Awesome.
You know why we're wearing white?
So it's kind of it's fun to have stuff because I like put them at the end if they
You're doing
like the like okay yeah
We'll warm 'em
so
up.
that was
Yeah.
okay, that's good.
Is Kyle here? Because that'll make my life a lot more entertaining.
Kyle's there.
Yes.
So many of them
I'm
know
gonna
some
call him
of
out.
these things anyway.
You don't need him for. You don't need him for.
But there are a few trick questions as you
Shout out Kyle.
I might, it's like, if it's okay, I might make a executive decision on the driving.
what's that?
I said, on my way in on the driving.
So
Oh,
we'll do JSO, Shark Tank,
That's what I'm
Jenna, Church Fair.
Milo wants to go first.
You want to go first? Okay. Shark Tank. I am. Perfect. Shark Tank, JSO, Church Fair. I will come up and do Department Chapel, and then you'll introduce. Yep. Shark Tank.
Cool. Is it on?
Check.
Hello? Check. Gavin? Hello? Gavin? Check. Hello? Good morning, everybody. My microphone is not working right now. Is it working now? How about now? Hello? Is this working? I think this is working. I don't know if it's working though. This is real. Okay, perfect. This is exactly what I thought would happen. The microphone wouldn't work, but we got it. So I'm here to announce Shark Tank. If you are new here, Shark Tank is just like the TV show, but here. If you have a cool business idea, you can scan this QR code. If you can't get it on the screen because it's small, there's posters up everywhere. Scan the QR code, submit your idea. Ideas are due the 26th of September. It's super fun. You get to just enjoy being creative and show off your ideas to your peers. So 10 out of 10 would do it again. Join Shark Tank.
What's up, guys? I'm Josh. This Friday at 8 p.m. in the basement of Haywack, we're doing Kyle's karaoke night. Kyle, stand up. He will be singing. It will be great. You can play any song, sing with your friends, come have a good time, and we will have customized drinks there. And we're all excited. Kyle's karaoke, the karaoke night. Went Friday.
Hello, my name is Pedro, and I'm also in JSO. And I'm gonna announce the Blue Crew games on Saturday, both boys and girls soccer. And instead of wearing your Blue Crew shirts, wear your white shirts because they're gonna be wearing white. So just to hype them up and to get ready for Saturday. And then since it's gonna be back to back, in the intermission, we're gonna have some games and possibly some food. So show up.
Cool. And then I'm Gracie, also with JSO. And finally, ending off Saturday, we have our next part of intramurals, which is Capture the Flag on Saturday. We're going to meet in here in chapel at 8 p.m. So please join us. We had a lot of fun last week. Cool. Good morning, guys. If I could have you, if you're sitting in a row, if you could scoot towards the middle, make sure everybody can get in. And also, if you guys could please be quiet during announcements, we greatly appreciate it. These announcements are for you, and so we don't want you to miss something. So if you need to whisper, that's fine, but please just try to keep it down. Your friends are up here talking. We want to listen to them, right? But what I have for you is one thing. The church fair is tomorrow night. Woo! We are so excited, guys. We have 20 churches. They are bringing you snacks. I know some have brought pizza in the past. Some have brought cotton candy. Some of you I know have gone to a church. Some of you, maybe like me, my freshman year, I went to one church with my friends, and I was like, this is good. And I kept going, but I was looking for more community, and I didn't get plugged in. And the church fair is a great way to get to know these people who want to invest in you and care for you. They're choosing to come to you. plus you get free chapel credit just for coming. So come on out tomorrow night. We'll be out on the lawn. You'll see a bunch of people with stuff excited to greet you. It is 6 to 7:30 p.m. We're so excited, and we hope you'll be there.
Well, good morning, everybody. I know you're probably tired of seeing me, but question, does anybody know what Friday is? Besides Friday, thank you. Friday is, everybody listen to this is important. Friday is department chapel. That means you are meeting with your majors. That means you do not come here to chapel because you will be with your majors. So if you don't know where your meeting is at, ask your department head. But I have a few locations here. DCWPA, you are meeting in Thompson 116. Art and Design, you are in Haywack 153. ESS, you are in Fitness Center 101. Psychology, you are in Haywack 221. Architecture, you are in Thulin Auditorium over in the Thompson Center. And business, you are in Reed Room in the Lunar Tower. So if you show up here, that's okay. We will have somebody here to direct you to where you need to go. But Friday is department chapel, so we are not meeting in here for chapel. Sound good? Perfect. Thank you to the 3 people who replied. Jenna, take it away.
All right. I'm on one. Good morning. Okay, great. Good morning, guys. I'm back. You're going to deal with me all day today. But it's not about me. We are so excited to have Dr. and Mrs. Crume with us this morning. This is one of my favorite chapels of the year. This is your opportunity to get to know them, to get to hear some of their stories, to hear what's on their hearts, to hear some funny stories. I love these 2 dearly. They are so kind if you get to know them. They're hilarious, and they are so hospitable. Southern hospitality is real. So I just want to introduce you and welcome up Dr. and Mrs. Crume.
Hello, everyone. How you doing? Good.
All right, so who are you guys? Can you introduce yourselves? Tell us a little bit about yourselves. We have some pictures of your family if you want to introduce them. That's how we're going to start off.
I'll let Cindy go first, since she's the best part of the combo. So you get to go first.
He's very sweet, isn't he? Yes, yes, he is. We are Jean and Cindy Crume. Dr. Crume is your president, and I am his spouse. Very blessed to be so. We celebrated 35 years of marriage this summer. We had 35th anniversary. Yes, thank you. Very blessed, and we have 2 children. Allie is 30 years old, and so we have that family picture up there, I think, yeah. Allie's 30, she is married to Grant, and they have our grandson, Benjamin Ray, and our favorite person in the world. And so you notice, like grandfather, like Benjamin? Yeah.
Chilling. We were chilling, and I think we were watching Mickey Mouse Club.
I think you were. Ben had a little bit of a rough
I
morning.
highly recommend it.
As 1-year-olds often do. Y'all ever have a rough morning? Ben was having a rough morning, and he needed a little grandfather time. So our son, you saw on the last, our son is Gene the Third, G3, graduate of Judson University. He graduated here in December of 21 with a degree in music business and entrepreneurship. He went to Dark Horse. Can you remember? Dark Horse Studios. He was the first student to do our partnership in Franklin, Tennessee at Dark Horse Studios. He actually was hired there as the assistant manager or assistant studio manager. Stayed there for a little while. His wife, Micah, also attended Judson University, and they got married in 21. So, anything else?
I think that's pretty good start.
All right.
As far as the overview.
That's our family.
All right, so let's get into a few of your favorite things for those who don't know you. If you wouldn't mind, what's your favorite TV show right now?
I get to go first. My favorite TV show right now, probably of all time, your parents and grandparents would know this, would be Rockford Files for sure. But right now, my favorite TV show is probably American Ninja Warriors.
So are you going to go on it? Because I think you would get the whole campus behind you.
I got beat in the inflatable obstacle course by Jerez, a year ago. So no, I am not a Ninja Warrior. I just like watching them do their thing.
I'm a big Top Chef fan, cooking shows, and we like, I guess, dramas, Blue Bloods, or shows like that as well. Yeah,
So you're a true crime family.
sometimes, yeah.
All right. Movies. What's your favorite movie?
Princess Bride of all time. The only movie I've ever been to by myself So.
Favorite movie of all time is Chariots of Fire. And at Christmas, my favorite movie is what? There you go. See that? Elf.
You know him well.
You know, we never did this last year, but I truly think, can we do like a live viewing with you in chapel someday? Watching Elf?
Of watching Elf?
Yeah. It is so funny. I've watched it with them. He will laugh at the same jokes every time. How many times have you seen this movie?
That may be the only way to get me to wear the elf outfit again. So,
If you were a freshman last year and you haven't seen him, he has an elf costume. You just need to get him to wear it. All right, let's move on. Next is song. Dr. Crume has a song he wants played. That's his favorite song. You said this would be your walk-up song?
yeah, so if I had any baseball talent like Tom Matamian did back in the day, I would play this as my current walk-up song. This is what I'd play.
All right.
And then I would promptly strike out. That's how that would work. Walk up there like I got the world ready to go, and probably a curveball would do me in. But that'd be my walk-up. That's my walk-up song right now. So if you
like
see
it.
me leaving campus and you hear that rhythm, you know exactly what I'm listening to. But the other song I'd pick for my walk-up song would be Van Halen 5150. That'd be the other one I'd pick.
Both good options. They're very motivating. I like it. What would be yours?
My favorite song today is Jesus Loves by Zach Williams. I love the beginning of it. It's just great. So listen to it.
She sang some of it for me. She's a really good singer, actually. Now, what is your favorite Bible study or devotional that you've done recently?
Well, you may remember I'm a big fan and a longtime participant of a group called Bible Study Fellowship. BSF is international Bible study. It's all over the world. And our class, I go to a class in Crystal Lake of about 300 women and children. And we are studying this year Exile and Return, study of the Israelites after they are exiled in Babylon and Syria and their return to their Father God. So it'll be a study of God's compassion and His seeking. Last year it was Revelation, and it was fabulous. So that's my favorite always, or whatever I'm studying in BSF. Yeah.
Okay, so I have to tell you a story. How many people in here have ever heard of Eric Liddell? A couple people heard it. So Eric Liddell in the 1930s won the Olympics in the 400 meters. And what was so special about that is he actually trained to win the 100-meter dash, and he was one of the fastest people in the world. He's from Scotland. He was running for Great Britain. And then when he saw the trials, the qualification heats for the 100 meters, he noticed that it was on a Sunday. And being a strong Christian, he would not participate in anything on a Sunday. He was a remarkable athlete. He was on the rugby team for Scotland, had several rugby caps. If you know what a cap is, if you know rugby, that means you play for your national team. So he refused to run on a Sunday. And so months before the Olympics, he switched to the 400 meters. He had run it before, but never trained for the Olympics for it. And set the world record in the 400 meters. And it was a record that stood, I want to say, for almost 55 years, which was incredible. And really at that time was probably the most recognized athlete in the world, in the entire world. He came and did a tour of the United States, had track meets where he would race all kinds of other people, and almost never lost a race. But he grew up in a missionary family. He was born in China, and so he left all that to return back to China and went back to China. While he was in China, he would race against that's when World War II broke out, and then he was put into a Japanese internment camp, and he would race against the Japanese or the Japanese guards there, and they would have different races. And one unofficial time had him running the 100 meters, and he broke the world record in 100 meters with no training whatsoever in an internment camp. Amazing story, great man of faith. While he was in the prison camp, moving towards the end of World War II, he wrote a devotional which got published after his death. He sadly died of a brain tumor in the prison camp about a month to 2 months before the war ended, and he could have been released. So he'd been separated from his family that whole time and sadly died in the camp. And then years and years later in the 1970s, his family published his devotional, and it's called The Disciplines of the Christian Life. That is my forever go-to devotional that I have used for a long time. More recently, thanks to one of our donors, and this is a plug that if you're a student at Judson, you have an NLT Student Life Application Bible for free waiting for you at the Spirit Store. He sponsors those. This donor sponsors those. Stephen is his name. And he has provided every faculty and staff member with the devotional called Paul David Tripp's New Morning Mercies. And that's another one that's also one of my favorites as well, too. So those are my two go-to devotionals. But the Eric Liddell one, so Chariots of Fire, my favorite movie, that's the story of Eric Liddell and another British runner named Harold Abrams and their rise to win the Olympics. And then after he won the Olympics, he went back on the mission field. Pretty remarkable story. So I love his devotional.
Next would be, what is your favorite moment from the summer?
Our favorite moment from the summer would be that Cindy and I got to spend 7 days and 6 nights on our 35th wedding anniversary going back to Kentucky. And we went back to Kentucky and did all the things that we wanted to go do, or did things that we did when we were dating and courting. Like there's a hotel in Louisville, Kentucky called the Brown that we'd stayed at as a young married couple, so we went back to the Brown Hotel, and that was a lot of fun. And we ate a lot of food. So we did our 35th wedding anniversary, 60th birthday tour in Kentucky for those days, and that was a highlight. Part of the highlight of that is we ended the trip in Beaver Dam, Kentucky, which is a great town. Cindy was the 4-H agent in that county, Ohio County, Kentucky. And Beaver Dam is just like the name sounds. If you think of a town named Beaver Dam, that would be Beaver Dam. And we saw the absolute greatest artist who's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame perform. That'd be Weird Al Yankovic. So, 4th time. It was my 4th time seeing Weird Al Yankovic. It was awesome. That was my favorite moment of the summer, being with Cindy at Weird Al Yankovic.
The trip definitely would be my favorite part of the summer. We enjoyed a lot of time, again, doing touristy things that we don't often get to do in our home state, and that was a lot of fun. And I follow a couple of chefs. I told you I was like to watch Top Chef and things, and there's a couple of James Beard nominated chefs in Kentucky, and we got to enjoy some delicious food. Yeah, elevated Southern cuisine.
That's one of the things that, so last summer, this summer was definitely the highlight. The summer before last, our highlight was going to Korea. So where are our Korean students? Many Korean students here, or families from Korean students? So one of our trustees is a graduate of Judson. His name is Pastor Yang, and he is pastor of a 3,000-person church in Jeonju, Korea. And so we got to go to Jeonju and be a part of celebrating their 100th anniversary there. So Jung Hong, our piano professor, who's wonderful, was our guide for part of the time there, and that was a big highlight. I say all that to say, for the students in here, between the Washington, D.C. trip, the trip to the Ark Encounter in northern Kentucky, or the global outreach trips, which you're going to be hearing about here pretty soon, take advantage to go on these trips and to travel. That should be part of the joy and fun that you have when you're in college, because you're going to meet a lot of neat people on those trips that have all these different connections to Judson. And it's really awesome to see. No matter where you go in the world, we can connect you with the Judson person who's there in that part of the world. So I just want to encourage you to really, really take advantage of that. Or you can go to Scotland.
I've been to Scotland a lot of times. It's great. But going back to food, what's your favorite snack?
What's our favorite what?
Snack.
Snack.
Yeah.
Snack. I have my wife. We have our daughter. We have our daughter-in-law. I'm getting to a point here. Hang with me. My mom.
No. You know what you just said?
But one of my favorite women in the whole world is Little Debbie because she makes the greatest snacks ever. So my favorite snack is anything made by Little Debbie.
They thought you were saying your wife is a snack. And
That was
that's why
a
they're
strange
laughing.
way to get there, but he got there.
Little Debbie. I got everybody talking. You get that? Everybody's talking now. They're actually out there.
I think in high school he worked at a grocery store.
Yeah, so I worked at a
And-
grocery store.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, we would have high school football practice. I go work at the grocery store, and I had a 30-minute break each evening before I had to go work the Faygo Cola aisle, and I would eat an entire box of either A, Little Debbie snack cakes, or fudge rounds, and drink a half a quart of milk, and that was dinner almost every night, Monday through Thursday.
Fudge rounds are Little Debbie's. You'd eat
Fudge rounds
I
are
mean,
oatmeal pies, oatmeal
oh,
cream pies.
yeah.
Those are the two I go eat. Your favorite snack?
Pretzels, chips, chocolate, Reese's peanut butter. Well, Reese's, but the shapes are much better proportion
Yes.
of chocolate and peanut butter. Yeah. So the pumpkins, trees, eggs. Yes.
I also have different candy for the year because
He does.
this time of year, it's pretty obvious that it's candy corn season. So candy corn is very, very important. And then at Christmas, it's mint M&Ms.
It is.
Yep.
That sounds really
Yeah.
good. All right, we're going to do a game now. Who's ready for a game? Yeah, all right. All right, so we're going to involve you guys in this game. So we have a couple rules. We're going to play Guess Who. Who has been in chapel before and did this with the education department, kind of. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask you a question, and then you have to guess either Dr. Crume, Mrs. Crume, or it could be both of them. Those are your three options for answering. What we are asking you to do is I'm going to say, do you think it's Dr. Crume, do you think it's Mrs. Crume, or do you think it's both? And I need you to stand because we're not standing for worship today, and I know you're tired just like me. And so we're going to stand with your answer. So your friends can see what your answer is too. Because we're not trying to be on our phones, we are asking that you keep track of how many questions you get right. And if you can get all of them correct, or whoever gets the most correct, I have prizes for you if you win. So we'll talk at the end based off of winners, and then you can come see me. But can we do that? Can we simply stand to answer? All right. First question. You guys ready? Who is the oldest child in their family? Do you think it is Dr. Crume? Stand up. We got a few who think it's Dr. Crume. Okay, you can sit down. How many of you think it is Mrs. Crume? Oh, more. Okay. Apparently you really give oldest child vibes.
Wow.
All right, you can sit down. And how many of you think it is both? Some of y'all didn't vote. I can see y'all. All right. And the answer is?
Both.
Both. Yeah, both. Both is the answer.
Do you guys want to
We are
pull up
both.
pictures?
Yeah, we are both the oldest of 4 children. Jean is the oldest of 3 brothers and his youngest sister.
I'm the dude in the back looking really bored.
You still make that face.
I do make that face. So that's
Yeah.
actually my baseball jersey from high school because we had the sleeveless baseball jerseys. So yes, my brother Lee's wearing the other baseball jersey. So that is because Cindy's picture is going to come up. That's me in the back. My brother Dan, who is the football coach, next to me. In front of me is my brother Lee, and the little one there is our youngest, and that's our sister Emily.
What's the age gap between you and your sister?
A lot. What's that?
11 years.
11 years.
Wow.
I should
okay.
know that, but I'm a guy.
Okay. What about you? These are your siblings.
I'm the oldest of 3 girls and 1 boy. And so my brother's second, and then there's a little gap. And my youngest sister is 10 years younger than I am. And both of my sisters and I were in Florida just a few days ago celebrating our birthdays. So since I turned 60, Leslie turns 50 in October, and our sister Heather in the middle there. So I didn't have one with my brother. We couldn't talk him into going with us to the beach for a few days, but he's a farmer, so he couldn't get away. But we had a great time celebrating birthdays and laughing and being sisters. So it was real blessed to be that. Yeah.
Your poor brother missed out. That's
What's
okay.
that?
I said your poor brother missed out, but that's okay.
He did. He missed out, yes. Mhm.
All right, next question. You guys ready to stand? Who is the best cook? How many of you think it is Mrs. Crume?
Oh, man. Come on, man.
All right, you can sit down. How many of you think it is Dr. Crume? All right. Some of you have faith in him.
I am deeply appreciative of your confidence.
How many of you?
But you need to make better life choices.
Who thinks that he's actually secretly a good cook and it's both of them? They're both really good cooks. Nice. All right. I can weigh in on this, but I'm going to let you guys weigh in.
Jenna can weigh in.
It's not
It
even,
is Mrs. Crume.
It's not even
100%.
close. It's not even.
So if I were to go away when our children were younger, if I were to go away for the evening and Dr. Crume was in charge of dinner, where there were one of 2 things served. First of all, cheesy grills. That's a grilled cheese sandwich. Nothing special about it except it has like 5 slices of cheese
An
on
obscene
it.
amount of cheese, yes.
So I could never make a grilled cheese sandwich that would level up to that for sure. Everything else, I'm a little better. Or he would serve, second of all, he would serve silly cereal. They would have silly cereal night, and our children were allowed to take any cereal in the cabinet and mix them all together in one bowl, and they ate cereal for dinner. So, silly cereal night.
And that's the extent of my cooking skills right there.
I mean, to give you some credit, I've seen you assist in grilling.
I can grill. I can
And
grill.
He's
I
great,
can grill.
great at the grill, yes.
So you can survive. You can hold your own.
I could survive.
But I was gone a few days, and he ate Culver's. How many nights?
Culver's. Yes, Culver's.
All right, next question. Some of you might have driven with them before. So who is the better driver? Do you think it is Dr. Crume? Stand up. I think this is hilarious because it's a lot of guys standing. I'm real curious. All right, who thinks it's Mrs. Crume? Okay, girls, yep. Who trusts the both of them to drive them? Okay, thank you. All right. Well, you guys said it depends. Why does it depend on who's the better driver?
Well, it depends if we're in a NASCAR race or not. I'm the best by far. So, yeah.
So how long does it take to get here, from here to Bowling Green, like our home?
It takes me...
Kentucky.
It takes me about 5.5 hours to get to Bowling Green, Kentucky.
It takes 8 hours for a regular driver who's driving the speed limit to get there. I've heard him tell people, it just takes 6 hours, or it just takes 7 hours. Yeah.
Who is the last person to get a ticket?
No, I was going to ask, what are the stats?
No, wait a minute.
It wasn't me.
When?
It wasn't
Did you get a
me.
ticket? Okay.
No.
It
I haven't had a
depends.
ticket
It
in a
depends
long
because I think when we were younger, I had more accidents by far.
Yes.
How many accidents have you had total?
It's quite a few. It's a number.
Do not drive with him.
I've had a few
The
too.
story I've told, Bonnie Beaner
so.
makes me tell this story. Cindy's had a couple.
Yes, I've had.
She's had a couple. So when I was learning to drive at 16 and 17 in our hometown, We had our Randall Road, right, where everything is. One road, all the shops on there. Pull up to the stoplight. There's a car in front of me. The light is red. The light on the side to turns green. I thought my light turned green, and I drive in front of the car in front of me. Literally. Hit the car in front of me. A guy gets out of the car, comes back to me. I get out of the car, and he yells at me and says, "What do you think you were doing?" I'm 16 years old. I reply to this gentleman, "If you don't shut up, I'm going to get in my car and do it again." I do not recommend that at any age, especially when it was in the police report and your dad is a school principal. That is not a good option. My best friend was with me in the car, Kevin Haas. If he ever watches this, it's his fault. Second year, almost 1 year later, same stoplight, pull up to the stoplight, car in front of us. I think the light turns green. You're picking up a theme here, right? Driving the car in front of us. Kevin's with me in the car. Kevin's the passenger both times, so this is obviously whose fault? Kevin's fault. Good. I can't wait to show him this video. I get out of the car. This time, a woman gets out of the car and comes back to me, and her first question is, "Are you okay?" So the guy says, "What do you think you're doing?" And the woman says, "Are you okay?" And I'm remembering last year's, I'm like, "Don't say anything." And I literally couldn't say anything for all the right reasons, because just her grace of saying, "Are you okay?" It gets worse. The car I drove into, not only was she a mom, her daughter was in the back seat, and her mom was in a car. I drove in the back of a car with a mom, a granddaughter, and a grandmother. So, and her first words getting out of the car were, "Are you okay?" It was one of the best leadership lessons I've ever had in life. How you address tough situations for other people, I think, is a really important quality of your own leadership. So I would say Cindy's still the better driver. Cindy's still the better driver.
There we go. I probably am more careful and thoughtful and watching what I'm doing and not thinking about 10,000 other things while I'm driving than Gene is sometimes. But when you're in a NASCAR type situation, I definitely want him to be driving. In bad weather, we were coming home. This was actually good weather. We were coming home from Kentucky. We lived in Nebraska. We were driving through St. Louis on Easter Sunday. Our son was about 3 or 4, and he was in the back of the van, and a car hit us 3 times going about 100 miles an hour, and they had lost control of the car. The police were trying to find the car on the expressways of St. Louis. If Gene had been driving, I'm not sure we were all safe, because he protected us with his kind of defensive driving there. I would have been freaking out. And yeah, so.
It was easy. There's a tractor trailer right behind us.
Yeah.
So I had one simple rule: stay on the gas. Yep. So I stayed on the gas, drove into a car in front of us, and then finally could slow down and pull over. So.
Because we would have all been smished. So.
But just remember,
Thankful
the rule
for
on
that.
I-90 is this. The rule on I-90, if you ain't first, you're last. That's how I-90 works if you're driving on I-90. So everyone is driving 1,000 miles an hour on I-90.
That's true, and I keep saying we're not in a hurry. We could slow down.
The third worst city in America to drive in my opinion. So
What are the first
Boston's #1, and Atlanta is definitely #2. Atlanta is brutal.
But Jenna has ridden with both of us,
two? Yes.
so she gets the final word.
I'm going to say it's Cindy. Or
Definitely
Mrs. Crumes,
Cindy.
sorry.
It's definitely Cindy.
Here's the thing. If I'm late to the airport and I need to be somewhere, I would fully trust him to drive. But having driven with both of them, if I'm just trying to enjoy my life and maybe not be as anxious in the car as a passenger, I would probably choose her. But I feel safe driving the car with both of them. You'll be fine if you ever drive with them. So, all right, let's move on to the next question. You guys need to stand again. Who had braces? Do you think it is Mrs. Crume? We got a few votes for Mrs. Crume. Okay. Who thinks it's Dr. Crume? And how many of you think it's both?
Wow, a lot of both.
Wow. All right. Okay, you guys can sit down. I think the crowd was correct, were they not?
Both.
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 Hey, except I win. I had braces
did.
3 times. So the third time involves a car wreck that I was not driving in. And for one of the few times in my whole life, I did not have my seatbelt on. So I got thrown into the windshield. And the first thing I remember was sitting on this is like apparently 15 minutes later, sitting on the side of the road. And people were talking to me, and I had no idea what had happened. So that was the third time I got braces.
Wear your seatbelt.
As a sophomore in college. Yay, that's a lot of fun.
Do you have any pictures from that?
No, I don't.
I
also got to
do.
wear I also got to wear headgear, and if you're old enough to remember headgear with your braces, it's not a fun thing.
So how old were you when you first got braces then?
I was about 12. I had them from like 12 to 15. They came off. The gap in my teeth went boop. We're coming back, is what the teeth said. The gap came back, went to another orthodontist, got braces again. They were straight, took them off, got in a car wreck, messed up my teeth, got them again, and gap came back.
So how many years total did you have braces then of all the times you had it?
12, 14 years probably, I'd say, yeah. It was not
your
a lot
mother
of fun.
talks about paying for braces for like 30 years for her 4 children. Yeah.
So if any of you have had braces, at least you haven't had them 3 times.
Do it once. Do it once.
So you only had them once.
Once, yes.
How long did you have them on for?
About 3 years. I think like 13 to 16 maybe. Yeah.
Anybody else have braces?
Lots of people.
All right.
Those are my people.
Okay. Yeah.
I also had braces for a while, so it's not the most fun, but that's okay. We've all struggled together. All right, next question. Who is a 3rd generation educator? How many of you think it's Dr. Crum? Okay. All right, all right. How many of you think it is Mrs. Crum? Faithful few, I like
Yes,
it.
thank you.
How many of you think they're both 3rd generation educators? Oh, all right, all right. I love the faith. What votes the verdict?
Correct answer is I am a 3rd generation educator, so it is me. Cindy is a 3rd generation farmer.
Fourth,
4th,
You're getting
5th,
too
5th
far ahead.
generation.
So you said your dad was a principal.
Cindy grew up on a farm, and I only had 1 year of school in which my mom and dad weren't at the school that I was at. So I was the dude that all the teachers said, will you put this film strip in the film strip projector? So I did all the audio-visual stuff at school. The upside is I had access to the gym all the time, so we played in the gym all the time and all the equipment and stuff like that. So my grandparents were educators in Kentucky. My grandmother was one of the very first women to be a school principal in Kentucky. And then mom and dad were teachers. And then obviously I've gone into education. And then our daughter, Allie, was a teacher and now writes education curriculum. That was my journey.
So your family has 4 generations now.
Daughter, Allie is 4th generation.
That's amazing.
She's also the 4th generation graduate of Western Kentucky University in his family, 3rd in my family, yeah. Mm-hmm. So we have a long history at Western Kentucky.
No kidding. All right, we can skip the next question, so you can go after yes.
Oh, well.
Okay, if you are listening, you should know this. This is going to be a freebie. Who grew up on a beef cattle farm in Kentucky? How many of you think it's Dr. Crum? How many of you think it's Mrs. Crum? Great. You guys were listening. I'm so glad. I'm not even going to offer both as an option.
Yep. How many people here water ski? Any water skiers here? Couple?
Nice.
What's the first rule of water skiing? When you fall down, what? Let go of the rope. So one of the first times I showed cattle with Cindy's family, I was leading out a heifer. That's meaning where you have the rope and you're walking the cow out. And I learned an important lesson. When the cow takes off, let go of the rope. Because she dragged me 20 feet.
At Please.
So, yes, it was
We're
not.
all yelling, let go!
Let go of the rope. It was not as much fun as water skiing.
You didn't have to get braces again, did you?
I did not, but I was drugged through cow stuff, which is, I'd rather have braces.
So, you showed cows?
Yes, we show cattle. My family has raised beef cattle for a number of years, and my dad and grandfather had a agribusiness, grain, livestock grains and feeds, and yes, and then my dad was in politics for a number of years in agriculture. So, yeah, that's my background. My first job, we'll talk about that in a second. So yeah.
Okay, but how
I
old
won't
were
be that
you when
way.
you first started working on the farm?
Oh gosh, probably I went to the farm in a stroller. I mean, yeah. But driving a tractor, I wasn't great at that at all. Not a very good tractor driver at all. But probably by 10 or 12, yeah, driving a tractor.
So, what was your least favorite part about working on the farm?
Oh goodness. My least favorite part in the summer was chopping thistles. We would have to chop thistles and keep up with that. So I did not like that job at all. But I love the cattle. We loved showing. Went all over the world, or all over the country. I mean, showing cattle. So that was, yeah,
So
it was a lot of fun.
I'm going to ask you, this might be personal. So, you have a sign in your garage from showing a cow. What's the story from that?
So our farm name was Green Valley Farm. So we we had registered cattle, and they had a. So you start with your farm name. So she was GV, Cindy's Lady. She was a heifer, a female cow born from my cow, and we named her Cindy's Lady, and I showed her for 2 years, I think, and won several different things. We then put her in our cattle sale, and she was purchased, from those of you all who like country music, she was purchased by Randy Owen of the group Alabama. So she had a famous rest of her life. She had a very comfortable life.
And that sign lives in their garage.
It's in the garage, yeah.
All right. Next question. Who worked in Washington, D.C. on Capitol Hill? How many of you think it was both of them? Yeah, I'm switching it up. How many of you think it was Dr. Crume? Okay. And how many of you think it was Mrs. Crume? All right, you can sit down. Student leaders, how many of you know the answer? What is it? It is Mrs. Crume.
So when I graduated from Western Kentucky, my first job was I had a couple of jobs locally, but my first big job, I grew up in the same city that I went to college in. I wanted to go to a big city, and so I had a job working on Capitol Hill with a senator from Kentucky, and I worked on agriculture issues.
Would you ever do it again?
Not right now, no, not at all, not at all. Washington, especially the legislative branch, is full of young people like you, so if you want to try to change the world in that way, a lot of the staffers on Capitol Hill are recent college graduates. I would say anywhere from 23 to 30 years old. It's a great, great city. It was a great experience, and was really happy to be back home in Kentucky. And then we knew each other from college, but we ended up at an event together, reconnected at homecoming, and so God had a plan and all that, and He used it, and we're really thankful for that time, and would never probably do that again. Yeah.
But if you have questions, I'm sure you could ask her. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, next question. Since we're at school, who majored in public relations in college? How many of you think it was Mrs. Crume? All right. How many of you think it was Dr. Crume? Okay. And how many of you think it was both of them? Okay. So, what were your majors?
Will got it right. It's both of us, so we both majored in public relations.
Surprise.
There better be 14 people that got that right.
Yeah.
Because you're in my PR class right now, so hopefully you all got that one correct. But
I was public relations, and can you guess my minor? Since I just told you how I grew up and agriculture. My minor was animal science agriculture. Yours?
public relations and psychology.
Wow. All right, we're going to skip the next question because you already gave away that answer.
Yes.
Who of the two has lived in the most states? And I will give you a bonus point if you can guess the correct number. So for this one, I'm going to count to 3, and the first to stand up, I'm going to ask for an answer. Okay? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. What do you think it is? Mrs. Crumes, 7.
You are right that I've lived in 7 states.
That was awesome.
However, does anybody else have another guess?
Gracie.
District of Columbia.
Well, I counted that as Virginia. So
Good job,
yeah.
Gracie.
But that was
Yeah,
great.
that's
That
a
was
good
good.
one.
Yes, because I lived in Virginia. I lived in Arlington. Yeah.
Can anyone guess how many states Dr. Crume has lived in?
Yes.
Yeah, up there. 8? Is that correct?
That is correct.
Nice. So the answer is, it's actually you.
It's me.
It is
but
Dr. Crumes.
7 of those states we lived in together.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So we've moved quite a bit with our jobs and careers. And the difference is, when I graduated from college, I moved to Dallas, Texas, and lived and worked in Dallas, Texas for a little over a year and a half.
I've actually, I think we're not using that quite. I've actually lived in Virginia 3 different times. But I only counted it as 1. But yeah, you've got 1 on me with Texas.
I do, and I'm not allowed to go back to Texas for some reason. So I'm kidding. We'll be there
That's
in a
not
couple
true.
weeks. So.
It's like,
We have a lot of alumni and Judson people that live in Dallas and Fort Worth in particular.
all right. I'm so sorry, production. Can you guys skip to the last question? This is going to be a
Last
surprise for
question.
them. Who has had the most recent birthday? How many of you think it is Dr. Crume? All right. And how many of you think it is Mrs. Crume? Oh, you guys are so sweet. You can sit down. So, surprise. They're actually a month apart. Exactly. So they've both had birthdays recently. Yes. It's up to you whether you want to tell us how old you are. But Mrs. Crume's birthday was yesterday. So, and they're the same age, they're a month apart, but in honor of it being kind of both of your birthdays relatively recently, we have made some goodies for you. And we have a card for you. I won't embarrass you by making them sing to you, but if any of you want to say happy birthday, it was recently a big birthday for both of them.
Oh yeah, look at this. There you go.
We know Dr. Crume.
Another one of my friends.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Mrs. Crume.
Wow.
Thank you very
guys.
much. Thank
I'm
you.
sure they appreciate that.
It was a very
Well,
blessed birthday.
Let me, real quickly, you can say the magic words.
Well, I have a few things to say
All
before
right,
I say
real
that.
quick, the one thing I want to say, Cindy and I get blessed to sit up here and answer questions and do this. It is a lot of fun. We like to get to know you. We want you to get to know us. I encourage you, get to know your faculty members and your staff members the same way. These are amazing people that are loving you and caring for you. Get to know them and ask them questions as well, too. We get blessed by doing this, but ask them the same thing, too. Thank
The
you all.
reason I got to know them was literally because I wandered up to them, A, at Life Fest, and B, I think I emailed Mrs. Crume after a coffee with the Crumes Chapel because I was like, you seem really cool and I want to get to know you. And here we are.
Please
Now we know
email
each
me.
other
I'd love
really
to meet
well.
you for coffee and get to know you.
So, if any of you got every answer correct, please come see me. I have prizes for you. You can come see me after. If you got like one wrong, come find me too. We'll figure out who the winners are. Please be honest. If you were lying, you will not get a prize. But you are dismissed. Thank you
Have
for
a
coming.
good day, everyone.
Thank you.